Welcome to the 2015 Cairns Airport Ironman Cairns Athlete Race Briefing. Further to this race briefing, athletes are required to read the Athlete Information Guide, which contains additional information to ensure you have a great day. This is available online to view and print at ironmancairns.com. If you have any further questions following this briefing, please see the team located at the information desk at the Cairns Esplanade or adjacent to transition at Palm Cove. Please make sure you've taken the time to check your athlete race kit for all items you'll need this weekend, including your gear bags with number stickers, swim cap, number tattoos, helmet sticker, bike seat post sticker, race bib, special needs bags with number stickers, and most importantly, your athlete wristband. Your athlete wristband is your form of ID, which you'll need to wear across the whole event. It will provide access into athlete-only areas. Bike, helmet and blue bike gear bag check-in is Saturday 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. This takes place at T1. T1 is located at the southern end of the Esplanade in Palm Cove. If you require minor bike mechanic services, Shimano will be located at the entry to transition. Make sure you've attached your bike and helmet sticker prior to arriving to transition. You'll have your bike inspected by technical officials to ensure your bike and helmet meet safety standards. To save time, please wear your helmet to bike check-in. The bike racks are individually numbered. Please ensure that you rack your bike at your assigned position. No bike bags or covers are allowed on your bikes overnight. These will be removed as they are a danger in high winds to neighbouring bikes. If you've booked a bike transfer service, please see the Athlete Information Guide for drop-off times. You must check in your numbered blue bike and red run bag provided. No other bags will be accepted. The blue bike bag should contain all the gear required for T1 swim to bike and everything you need for the bike course. You'll need to hang this on the numbered hooks in T1 at Palm Cove. Your helmet must also be checked in at this time, and you're required to leave it in your blue bike bag overnight. On Saturday, bike shoes may be placed in your blue bike bag or clipped to your bike. Alternatively, they can be brought into transition on Sunday morning. Your race number bib is optional on the bike course. The red run bag should contain all the gear you require for Coates Hire T2 Bike to Run and everything you need for the ASICS run course. You'll be able to hang this on the numbered hooks in Coates Hire T2 at Fogarty Park, Cairns. Your race number bib is compulsory on the ASICS run course. You will not have access to these on race morning. Please make sure you're aware of the flow of each transition. T1 at Palm Cove will be where the change from swim to bike occurs. There will be 3 transition tours held at each location on Saturday, which will help you with any questions you have. T1 tours will be held at 10 a.m, 11:30 a.m and 2 p.m. Coates Hire T2 at Fogarty Park will be where the change from bike to run occurs. There will be 3 transition tours held at each location on Saturday, which will help with any questions you have. Coates Hire T2 tours will be held at 9:30 a.m, 11 a.m and 2 p.m. Transition opens at 5 a.m. Special needs bags can be dropped off on race morning at the sign collection point on your way to the swim start area. Special needs bags should only contain items that are not of actual or sentimental value. These bags will be available for collection Monday morning during the opening hours of transition, however will be discarded after this period. Bike mechanics will be located at the bike exit entry arch and will have resources for emergency services only. You will be able to bring nutrition and bike shoes to transition race morning, but these must be left at your bike. You will not have access to your gear bags on race morning. You will be able to bring in your bike pump on race morning, however you must take this with you when you exit. Pumps will be stored separately to bags in the street gear tent, so please label with the bike pump sticker provided in your race kit. Your black street gear bag and bike pump will need to be handed in at the gear bag collection point on your way to swim start. Transition closes at 7:15 a.m. The Xterra Wetsuit Swim Course is a 3.8 km 1-lap M-shaped course. Athletes will be required to complete one lap starting at Williams Esplanade Palm Cove, Cairns' most prominent and famous beach. With its long sandy beach lapped by the Coral Sea and a backdrop of rainforest-clad mountains, Palm Cove offers ultimate tropical serenity in a postcard setting. The course travels in an anti-clockwise direction and offers a stunning tropical and balmy swim. This event is being held near the end of what is known as the Stinger season, and it's strongly recommended by local experts that full body coverage during the swim is worn, and this may be a full wetsuit or a full tri-suit. Due to the expected water temperature and the current Triathlon Australia temperature cutoff for the use of wetsuits, approval has been granted by Triathlon Australia to increase the temperature cutoff for athlete safety. If the water temperature is not greater than 26 degrees Celsius, wetsuits are optional. Please inquire at the information desk if you're unsure of the provisional water temperature. Athletes will be able to warm up on the southern side of the swim start. This is the side to the right if you're looking at the water. Approximately 10 minutes prior to start times, athletes will be called to move into the start area. The pro men will start at 7:35 a.m. and the pro women will start at 7:36 a.m. Age group athletes will start in a rolling start from 7:45 a.m. The beach will be divided into 4 swim start zones for age groupers. Age groupers are able to self-seed themselves based on their own predicted swim time. The swim start zones are as follows. Zone 1 is for all swimmers with predicted swim times under 1 hour. Zone 2 is for all swimmers with predicted swim times between 1 hour and 1 hour 7 minutes. Zone 3 is for those swimming between 1 hour 8 minutes and 1 hour 20 minutes. The final zone, Zone 4, is for those athletes swimming between 1 hour 21 minutes and 2 hours 20 minutes. If you decide to withdraw at any time after you've crossed the start mats, you must notify an event official so we can account for your safety. Swim safety is provided by Surf Life Saving Queensland. If at any time you need assistance, raise one arm above your head. Please look after those around you and raise your arm if you see another athlete in distress. The time limit for the swim leg is 2 hours 20 minutes from your individual start time. Any athlete still on the course 2 hours 20 minutes after the last rolling swim start time will not be able to continue. The bike course is 180 kilometres. Cyclists exit transition and head out through Williams Esplanade Palm Cove onto Captain Cook Highway, turning left, heading south for 250 metres to the southern turnaround before heading north. Competitors then continue onto Port Douglas, taking in the breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean and tropical seaside rainforest that tropical North Queensland is known for. Cyclists will head into the main streets of Port Douglas via Port Douglas Road, where the crowds will be cheering them on before a turnaround at Macrossan Street, which will then take them back out to the Captain Cook Highway. The undulating and winding course will take competitors down past Tala Beach Resort and Hartley's Croc Farm to the turnaround point, approximately 6 kilometres south of Wangeti, and head back up to Port Douglas. From the second turnaround in Port Douglas, cyclists will follow the Captain Cook Highway south, detouring through Smithfield, down Sidlaw, Dunn, McGregor roads before turning back via Yorkeys Knob Road onto Captain Cook Highway down into Cairns CBD and into Coates Hire T2 at Cairns Fogarty Park. Please be aware that while there are road closures in place, there may be local traffic and event vehicles on course. It is highly advisable that athletes take the time to travel the course pre-race. It is your responsibility to know the course. There will be distance markers and specific course signage. Please ensure you're following all signs that refer to the IRONMAN logo or MDOT. There will be roaming bike mechanics on course as well as a mechanic set up in transition for pre-race services. Mechanics will carry tools and spare tubes only for the athlete to repair their own bike. For more information, please speak to the bike mechanic at transition on Saturday. SAG wagons will be roaming the course to collect any cyclists that cannot complete the event. Collected cyclists will be transported to the closest aid station or back to the Coates Hire T2. Please be advised there may be delays in SAG wagon transport. It is advisable for athletes to commence walking back to their nearest aid station. There are 5 aid stations on the bike course, located approximately 20 kilometres apart of each other. These aid stations will offer water, Endura Rehydration Performance Fuel Lemon Lime, Winners Energy Bars, various flavours, Winners Energy Gels, various flavours, bananas, Vaseline situated in the toilets, and sunscreen. Special needs bags will be available at Wangeti, northbound. If you require special needs bags, you'll need to follow the instructions and yell out your number as you approach the station for the volunteers to have your bag ready. All athletes should slow down through this area. This is the sequence of the bike aid stations. Volunteers will endeavour to provide approximately 50 metres between tables and service areas. Slow down through bike aid stations and maintain a straight line and consistent speed. Communicate loud and clearly. Volunteers are there to support you, not to serve you. Litter zone start and litter zone finish signs are provided to define the rubbish, bin and discard zone. Outside of this zone, athletes will be penalised. Roads cannot be reopened until the course is clear of all rubbish, so please help by sticking to the rules and discarding only within this area. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Bike course regulations apply to this section of the course. These are: always ride as far to the left as possible, always pass on the right, always move left after a pass, do not block other athletes' progress, do not ride side by side, never cross the centre line, do not litter, never ride with MP3 players, phones or cameras. This is a non-drafting event, meaning unless overtaking, 12 metres must be kept between yourself and the bike in front at all times. When passing, you must complete your pass within 25 seconds. Be making forward progress at all times. A started pass must be completed. After being passed, drop 12 metres back, and you cannot pass until you're 12 metres back. If you do receive a penalty, the officials will show you a yellow or red card, tell you to stop at the next penalty box if applicable, note your athlete number and other information. There are 3 penalty boxes on course, located at Rex's Lookout northbound, Rex's Lookout southbound, and Cairns Esplanade prior to Coates Hire T2. The time limit for the bike leg is 10 hours 15 minutes from the start time. The bike course cut-off time is 6:10 p.m. Any athlete who has not completed the course by 6:10 p.m. will not be able to continue. There will be intermediate cut-off points on the course. The Essex Run course is a 42.2 km 3-lap course. Runners will exit Coates Hire T2 on Cairns Esplanade and head towards the Esplanade Plaza, where it will start its first of 3 laps in the vibrant hub of the Cairns Esplanade and Ports North Marina, one of the most popular destinations for both tourists and locals in Cairns. Run past the Cairns Esplanade Lagoon, where many locals spend a sunny day, take in the impressive sight of Mount Yarrabah across the water and enjoy the atmosphere along the Esplanade. Unfortunately for competitors, they'll have to settle for one of the aid stations around the Esplanade rather than stopping to enjoy a cold one as they finish up the last 2 laps of the race, but the energy and support of all the spectators in the area should help to carry them through to the finish line. Athletes will receive a lap band at the start of each lap, just past the finish chute. It is the athlete's responsibility to ensure they've received the 3 coloured wristbands in order to proceed down the finish chute. The Essex Run course will have distance markers every 2 kilometres, traffic cones and volunteers at key decision-making points. There will be 1 roaming sag wagon to collect any runners that cannot complete the event. Collected runners will be transported back to the recovery area. Please be advised there may be delays in sag wagon transport. It is advisable for athletes to commence walking back to their nearest aid station. There are 5 aid stations on the Essex Run course, located within 2 kilometres of each other. You'll pass each aid station multiple times. These aid stations will offer water, Endura Rehydration Performance Fuel Lemon Lime, Winners Energy Bars, Winners Energy Gels, Degas Cola, bananas, watermelon, lollies, Vegemite, Vaseline situated in the toilets, ice, sunscreen, glow sticks and Red Bull at R4 only. Special needs bags will be available at R5 Lake Street near the hockey fields. If you require your special needs bag, you'll need to follow the instructions and yell out your number as you approach the station for the volunteers to have your bag ready. Take extra care around this area and look out for others. Athletes still on course at dusk will receive 2 glow sticks from the aid stations. Athletes must take particular care at this time in the race. This is the sequence of the run aid stations. Wherever possible, volunteers will provide a minimum of 10 metres between tables. However, due to the lay of the land, sometimes table layouts may vary across the course. The sequence of offerings, however, will remain the same. Please note there is at least 2 toilets at every aid station. Unfortunately, once again, due to the lay of the land, toilets cannot be consistently placed at all stations. Please ask volunteers and follow signage if in need. Please endeavour to place rubbish in the bins provided. We want to return the city to the locals as we found it. It is with their blessing we're provided access to the course. And don't forget to thank the volunteers. Please be focused and considerate at all times through aid stations. The safety of yourself, other athletes and volunteers should be your priority. Our volunteers will do their best to deliver what you require, but it's your responsibility to slow down and ensure you have the correct nutrition. Run course regulations apply to this section of the course. You must complete all 3 laps. There will be timing checkpoints on course validating this. Absolutely no outside assistance. No iPods, thumps, headphones, cell phones or cameras. Keep your torso covered. You must have your run number visible on the front and no littering. If an athlete is shown a yellow card, they may be directed by the technical official to perform a stop-start penalty. 3 infringement equals disqualification. If you receive a red card from a technical official, you must report to the race referee once you've completed your race. The run course closes at 12:55 a.m. with intermediate time cutoffs in place. Athletes must have started lap 3 by 10:44 p.m. and have reached the Airport Avenue U-turn by 12:19 a.m. Any athletes who have not passed these points by these times will be withdrawn from the race and will be assisted back to Coates Hire T2 by official vehicles. They will be unable to continue. The race is conducted under the Triathlon Australia Race Competition Rules (RCR) and a number of special Ironman rules. Please refer to the Athlete Information Guide on the event website for more information. An experienced medical team will be in place at the event with medical personnel positions at the swim start and exit in T1 and Coates Hire T2, roaming on the cycle and ASICS run courses, as well as a full medical tent setup and team at the finish line. There'll also be ambulances at both transitions and roaming on course at all times. During the race, please ensure you look after yourself and your fellow athletes. If in doubt, ask for help from an event official or a volunteer on course. Please make sure you've provided the staff at check-in with your most up-to-date medical and emergency contact information. The medical team can assist with rehydration, warming or cooling and other basic care. Any athletes requiring further treatment will be transported to the Cairns Base Hospital. If you find yourself in this situation, your gear will be cared for until you return. Please inquire at the information tent when you return. To help out the medical team, please make sure you're taking appropriate care of yourself. If you have an acute illness, modify your expectations and allow for a bad day. Above all, don't change what you've been doing. Pre-race and public first aid is available at both information tents. Completing an Ironman is a very special experience. Crossing the finish line is the pinnacle. Here's a hot tip: make yourself photo ready. In accordance with Ironman rules, family or friends are not permitted in the finish chute. Please let your loved ones know of this rule, as you will be disqualified if this rule is not adhered to. This rule is enforced to reduce the risk of an athlete unintentionally harming themselves, other athletes, or their loved ones. It's also important to respect other finishers and their experience. Ironman hopes everybody makes the most of their time in the spotlight. Once you cross the finish line, there'll be finish line catchers to meet you at the finish line and escort you through to the recovery area. You'll be presented with your finisher's medal and towel. Catchers will briefly assess you and take you to medical if required. The recovery aid station will offer drinks, fruit, hot and cold food. Massage therapists will be available. Your street gear bag and finisher shirts will be available for collection. You'll need to show your race number and medal to collect your finisher shirt. There is a change tent available. Event staff and volunteers are within the post-finish area. Please advise if you require any assistance. Your bike, blue bike bag and red run bag will be available for collection between 6:30 p.m. approximately to 12 midnight on Sunday and 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Monday morning from Coates Hire T2 at Fogarty Park. Special needs bags will be available at this time also. However, any uncollected special needs bags will be discarded at 11 a.m. Please ensure you're still wearing your athlete wristband, as staff will check this number against your bike and bags as you exit transition. So, you've endured or enjoyed months of training. You've just completed your 9-hour or 17-hour Ironman. Now what happens? The action continues on Monday with the 2015 Ironman World Championship roll-down ceremony and the official awards night.